with 10 points. Paxson for three. John Paxson, a notorious street shooter, given the room, and he took advantage.
And he's not running real well. That leg is bothering him. It bothered him when he came out earlier in the game, and you can see him struggling as he tried to get back, but it didn't affect his shot.
Strong move by Miller. Bulls by one. 7:35 remaining. Fourth quarter. Chicago trying to make it 2-0 in his best of 7. Marley breaking up the pass, while Phoenix hoping to tie this series at 1.
Floating to that familiar spot opposite the foul line area. Paxson's made so many big baskets during his career, and there's the guy that replaced him as a starter, BJ, passing over to Paxson in the corner for the jumper.
Scott Williams is back replacing Horace Grant. Paxson. Shot clock at 4. Miller with the block. Miller behind the back. Miller try to go all the way. Ainge to the fadeaway. Miller gets it out. Marley passed on the 3. Marley to the basket. And last touched by Miller.
There was a great example of Chicago's defense closing out, meaning running at that three-point line and forcing Marley to put it on the floor and come inside it. Once he came inside it, he couldn't get a clean route to the basket.
Timeout is called with 6:59 remaining in the game.
Miller Genuine Draft presents Genuine Moments.
And this Miller moment takes us back to the 1981 finals. It was Larry Bird in only his second season leading the way as the Boston Celtics defeated the Houston Rockets in 6 games for Bird, his first NBA championship. And at the time, 14th overall for the storied Celtic franchise. In recognition of this moment, Miller Genuine Draft will donate $1,000 to the Thurgood Marshall Scholarship Fund. It is Chicago ball as we resume. They lead 96-95, just under 7 minutes remaining of the game. Michael Jordan has returned. Michael has 32 points.
See, Marv, the problem was Michael goes out of the game, the score is tied, he comes back, and the Suns are still down 1. Instead of gaining ground, they basically lost ground when Michael goes out. Here comes a steal there.
Michael Jordan, NBA steals leader. Coming up with that bet. And again, the Bulls swing it effectively. 3-point Chicago lead. They've led most of the way. They've led by as many as 14. Barkley drew the foul off the fake.
Let's go back to a moment ago Magic was talking about when Michael Jordan steps back on the floor, you have to pay special attention. He has the mentality of taking the ball to the basket and then so good finishing with either right or left.
Number 24, Tom Chambers returns to the Suns.
Chambers returning, replacing Oliver Miller. Miller with 3 blocked shots, 8 points. Phoenix with 11 blocks, 5 by Dan Marley. Barkley is 7 of 8 from the line. He had a good year at the line. 76%, his best ever in the NBA. Here comes Horace Grant, replacing Stacey King.
You talk about block shots as another defensive weapon. In game 1, Phoenix had 10 blocks. Chicago ended up with 8. Right now, Phoenix with 11. Chicago with 6. During the regular season, both these teams averaged about 5 block shots a basketball game. So you do a little bit more when that adrenaline's flowing in the big game like this.
The Bulls 98, the Suns 96. Michael Jordan, he's getting good looks.
Oh yeah, see, Phil Jackson knew that was the right time to rest Michael. Now bring him back with 6 minutes to go and have him take over the game.
Johnson and Williams rebounds. The Bulls with the ball and a 4-point lead. Jordan, rebounded by Chambers. Phoenix on the run. Barkley from Johnson. He came up short. He's claiming that he was fouled, pleading his case to Jack Madden. Pippen passed on the shot. And Jake O'Donnell blows the whistle.
Let's go back to what Charles Barkley is complaining about right now as he tries to finish off the play. The hand in the face is what Charles is claiming took place. He wants to know why no foul is called. Barkley on the drive, the swipe attempt by Jordan. Charles saying, hey, I should be shooting a couple free throws, but no sympathy.
And a foul called on Tom Chambers, giving Chicago a new 24. Armstrong can't find the shot, picked up on the switch by Barkley. Shot clock at 6. Violation is called on Pippen.
Now, after Michael Jordan hit Barkley in the face, he came up to Barkley on the other end and say, are you all right? So I guess Michael did foul him.
Scottie Pippen with his 6th turnover. Suns have gone cold. They've hit only 2 of their last 11 shots. 4:40 remaining in the game. Chicago leads by 4. For 3. Barkley missed the tip. And Armstrong gets to it.
You see gang rebounding by Chicago. Everybody tries to help out.
And Jordan able to finish it off. And the foul. Beautiful fast break executed. The foul was called on Kevin Johnson.
Now the key to this fast break is B.J. Armstrong, because watch him look off the man who was guarding Michael Jordan, and he looked him off and then came right back to him. Beautiful move by B.J. to set up Michael Jordan. And the difference in this game right now is going to come down to half-court execution, and we know already who is the better half-court team, which will be the Chicago Bulls. So Phoenix is going to have to execute here in that half-court if they're going to win this game.
And Frank Johnson has come on for Kevin Johnson. Frank Johnson played well earlier. Kevin Johnson again has been ineffective. Frank Johnson, though, called for the travel.
Violation in Bulls Bowl.
B.J. Armstrong in game 1, 16 points. Kevin Johnson had 11. And tonight, B.J.'s hit a couple of big buckets here in the 4th quarter, but Kevin Johnson just has not done it.
And Marv, he's upset too. Kevin Johnson is upset that he's not in this game, especially at winning time. This is winning time. He used to be an all-star, a veteran, so you know he's not happy.
Pippen for Williams, and he's fouled. Hard foul given by Barkley. Yes, you have the idea that Paul Westphal wanted to pull Kevin Johnson, use the excuse of the 4th foul to get him out of there, but as you say, Kevin is not happy about it.
No question about it. It's going to be, if Phoenix does not win this game, something is going to come about with this decision here. So hopefully they can rally together and won't have a problem. But we got a lot of basketball to play. They're only down 6, that being the Phoenix Suns, so there's still much in this game.
Scott Williams, 1 for 3 from the line. And the Bulls having the difficulties at the line, but a key rebound by Horace Grant.
Here's the mismatch. Frankie Johnson trying to guard Pippen. Almost an illegal defense, or it should have been called against Phoenix as Chambers went over to double team, but there was no basketball there.
And Mike Lawson called, so a new 24 presented to the Bulls. Oliver Miller returns, and Charles Barkley will sit down. I would think this will be a brief rest. Barkley departing with 40 points, 13 rebounds. Bulls with the ball and a 6-point lead. Each now guarding Pippen. Here's Grant. Last touch by Chicago. Phoenix requesting a 20-second timeout. with 3:14 remaining in this fourth quarter. And the Bulls up 102-96. A reminder tonight, following your late local news, don't miss the Tonight Show with Jay Leno as singer Johnny Mathis joins Jay, and then late night with David Letterman, his guest lineup including Billy Crystal, followed by a full slate of videos on Friday Night Videos. All tonight right here on NBC. And on the West Coast, NBA Stories, hosted by Bob Costas, following the Bulls and the Suns. Charles Barkley back on the floor. This series may be coming down to these moments. Chicago trying to go 2-0 with the scene shifting back to Chicago for Game 3 on Sunday. And the Suns trying to tie it and one apiece. Suns have missed their last 6 shots. Chambers. And it will be Phoenix ball, and Tom Chambers upset. He wanted a goaltend.
It wasn't even close. What happened was Scott Williams saw that he couldn't get the rebound, so he just knocked it out of bounds. Here it is right here. See, he's just going to knock it out of bounds after it came off the rim.
Timeout is being taken with 2 minutes and 57 seconds remaining in the game.
The NBA on NBC is brought to you by Mazda. Mazda, it just feels right. By Schick Tracer, it traces every curve on your face. And by cold-filtered Miller Genuine Draft. Get out of the old, get into the cold.
Back in Phoenix, Marv Albert, Mike Fratello, Magic Johnson, 2:57 remaining in the game. The Bulls 102 and the Suns 96. Kevin Johnson remaining on the bench, with Paul Westphal opting for the veteran Frank Johnson.
The only way you can look at this is you can't make it a personal thing. It's the team trying to win. Coaches are forced into making difficult decisions. You got to go with what's working for you. And the best thing that KJ can do is understand this, accept it, do everything possible to get this team back in the series.
Ainge on the recovery. Barkley. No, Charles will go to the line. Scottie Pippen called for his fourth.
Understanding that he has to get to the free throw line and stop the clock. Barkley with the ball fake. Pippen smart enough to realize I cannot let him get the shot off. So he smothers him, forces Charles to the ground.
Well, Phoenix is still doing an excellent job on the offensive board. Right now, that gave them their 15th, I think, offensive rebound. And you need offensive rebounds when you're not shooting the ball well.
Barkley is 9 for 11 from the line. Foul situation, 4-piece on Pippen. And Williams, 4-piece on Chambers and Kevin Johnson. Bulls 102. The Suns 98. 2 minutes 40 seconds remaining fourth quarter. The matchup is Pippen. Jordan to the fadeaway. Michael Jordan with another big shot. He has 38 points.
But, Marv, I can't believe his elevation is still that high at this point in the game. The man should be tired, but he elevated even higher to get that shot off.
6-point Chicago lead. Here's Marley. Way off.
Magic, in New York, they checked him for the entire game in one of those Knicks games, and on an average, he elevated 30.5 inches on each jump shot that he took. To do it at the end of the game like that, very difficult.
Unbelievable. Suns have missed their last 9 shot attempts. Shot clock down to 3. And a push called on Johnson.
He gets to the spot, Michael Jordan, where he knows he wants to go up. Then he gets a little fade, but the extra lift in his legs to give him the clean look at the rim. You know it's going in from the time it leaves his hands just by the way he